conversation will rule the nation on face-to-face basis when we blast off. It's real on the dance floor, on the turf of the court. Yeah, we here for the sport, so take your mask off so I can hear your ass talk. Let me hear you explain. Hold the thoughts on your brain. Is your ass smart? Spit facts and real talk. I need that shit from the street that make you think real deep and take a long walk. This podcast is telling it with my man JD Fence and Skizzo Blizzo.
Oh shit, you feel me? Man, I ain't spent a block in like 2 years. I ain't so crack in a few years. I ain't looked back since the New Year's. About to buy my bitch some ass, cities, thighs, legs, arms, and some new hair. Bitch, kill me with a twist, I need 2 strands. You need to sneak this and we do it. Guarantee we won't miss you, you need hair. Man, I ain't spent a block in like 2 years. I ain't so crack in a few years. I ain't looked back since the New Year. About to buy my bitch some ass, cities, thighs, legs, arms, and some new hair. Bitch, kill me with a twist, I need 2 strands. You need to sneak this and we do it. Guarantee we won't miss you, you need hair. Man, hundreds on 50s and 20s and 10s. This shit like the sticking, got me finger licking. I don't need no bank.
Where we going after this?
Right here in this kitchen.
I'm buying the first bar, we in there. First one I see that's playing some little shit, I'm in there.
Niggas be way too
time we get out, shit gon'
Niggas be way too thick.
Everything still the same here too? Everything close at 2, right?
Who's that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I don't know. We on camera.
Yeah, like 115. Good. Yeah, what's good, bro?
Oh, no, I'm saying, yeah, what's good?
Oh, man, my nigga, man. Me and Vince had a little talk.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm on a podcast. That's why right now. Alright.
Yo, Vince, how can I go on there right now? Why the kid? Not yet?
People live.
Oh, it's right there. I have time to get you like 5,000 more niggas watching this.
Y'all gonna trash his Facebook page.
It's gonna be low though.
What it do, family? Welcome back, man. Master Cover Podcast. You know what it is, man, and how we get down, man. It's JD Fence in the house, man. JAYDFENCE on all platforms.
It's your boy Hollywood Skids. We back again. You know what I'm saying? We've been chilling for a minute. Took a little vacay. A couple of unfortunate deaths in our family, man. So we've been laying back. Fence took a trip. So we back on strong as y'all seen last week. We threw a little something out for y'all, but we back doing our thing, man. Got some special guests in the house. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Introduce yourself, family.
What's going on, everybody? It's Raymond Bush, Highway Rays. Shout out 730 Endgame. Here to support my man Fence. Beantown's finest. Salute to all the brothers in the Bean.
Man.
What's good, what's good? It's that nigga Kenneth, K-Flip, 1969. Y'all know what to do. Holding it down with mask uncovered.
Old ass
Let's
nigga.
get it, let's get it, let's get it. Yo, and we ain't no disrespect, man. Like, we gotta let these people know what was the song we was just playing and the artist.
Shit, y'all know that, man. I know y'all forget my man Blaze Santana, man. Few years, man. Album just about to come on before his untimely death, man. So R.I.P. my nephew Blazo.
Let's get it. So now, you know what we normally do right now when we start our show off, man. Usually we have Turn Up Tea doing the drink of the day. We have Skizzo Blizzo doing the drink of the day. I might have done 1 or 2 in the past, man, but tonight it's on defense, man. Drink of the day, man. Like, y'all gonna have to pay attention, man, and listen low.
Man, we gonna see this. What you got?
So,
just reaching for shit. Put this in there.
So tonight, we're gonna do a little Douce.
Okay.
That's enough right there. Oh, a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough. Then we're gonna do a little bit of that Uncle Yakka for they call it that yak.
Oh, pass me the yak and finish. I already got some Douce in there. So
A little bit of that.
Let me see this.
Then we're gonna do.
Let me see this nip, nigga. It's a nip. It's a big nip.
Now, y'all ain't seen Alizé
This is
this
nip
color.
and Henny.
Oh,
What the?
DJ and them boys know what's in this mix, but this is Alizé. You can use red, green, yellow, orange, whatever you want to use, man. But this is my own little concoction, Alizé, man. So I'll pull a little bit of that Alizé in there. And oh facts.
Alizé.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm gonna top it off because I ain't a straight liquor drinker, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna fool myself. I'm gonna give it. Yeah.
I gotta get some too,
A little bit of that Diet Coke, man. Like, yeah. I got enough of it. I got a little bit more. Alright, so, you know, and this drink right here, we're gonna call it the Do Me.
Oh, shit. Y'all hear it?
You know what I mean?
You say,
This is called the Do Me.
you got a drink, yo.
This dude over here.
Someone got a drink?
Drinks, man. You got a drink, man, out here shoveling drinks and shit, man.
You get that, Trav?
Give us free drinks.
Yeah. Anyway, this is the Do Me, man. Let's see what it is, baby.
Y'all see it? Douce, Henny, the Alizé, and the Coke. Do Me, man. That's some new edition shit. This nigga alright, though.
That ain't bad, baby. That ain't bad, baby. Y'all ready?
Woo!
Yeah. It's all coming right, man.
T, you back on that sweet T.
Listen, man, you must have
That's alright.
This joint alright, man.
Nigga.
So if y'all see me start turning up, don't blame turn up T, blame the Do Me. Now we gonna jump right into it, man. Like we gonna keep it lighthearted real quick. Cause we got some nice deep topics a little later. So looking at the sports world right now and being from the Bean, being the Bean representative, you see the best team in the NBA, best team on the gridiron. Hey, so right now, yeah, but listen, anybody better than the Boston Celtics in the NBA?
No.
You got that right now. They playing the best ball right now. Long season, baby.
And is there any player playing better than Jason Tatum?
Of course, a couple. Nigga, shit.
Want to name a couple?
Durant.
Playing better.
His numbers, yeah.
They just got shitted on.
Is he playing better than? Wasn't that your question? Is he playing better than Tatum or just as good?
Was your answer yes? I didn't say it's just good. Playing better than Jason Tatum.
He's playing just as good.
Why are you? Is he playing better? Who's the MVP? All right. Who's the MVP front runner right now? That would mean anybody that's the front runner is Jason Tatum's number one. Anybody else is number two. Now, unless you're going to tell me there's somebody else in the NBA that you're considering the number one player.
Just let him get what he got to get on.
I'm still Durant.
So you think Durant is in the MVP runners? You think he's top 5 MVP?
1,000%. Is he top 5? Is he top 5? 1,000%.
MVP voting right now. He's not even in the top 5, dog. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's in the top 5.
You see his numbers? What are you, crazy? Next topic is fentanyl, what I think he's doing, but never mind. We ain't gonna get into that right now, nigga.
Where do you see that at?
Nigga, you wanna pull up his numbers? And you name the 5 top motherfuckers and his numbers is not competitive?
They're not. Nowhere near. Like, he's not in the top 5.
The nigga averaging 30-some points a game.
Might be averaging 29.9.
Even if he did, he's in top 5. Even if say he's doing that.
Listen,
so there's 5 niggas with more points than him.
There's 5 MVP runners and he ain't in the top 5.
Unless we're going by stats, right?
I'm talking about top. If you look at the top 5,
name after Tatum, because I'm with you with Tatum.
Jokic, Doncic, Giannis, Morant. You want me to keep going?
No.
That's top 5 right there.
First of all, a couple of things. You guys are on point. And Fetch, you make a great argument.
What y'all usually do?
You are absolutely correct. Right now, Jason Tatum is the front runner in the NBA.
Correct.
All about this. Give it to him.
Opinionated.
But however, that's what makes it really weird how he just disappeared in the playoffs last year. It seemed like he didn't even know how to play. Out of the blue, like somebody paid him or something.
That's like saying you forgot
hold on.
in 1990. Why you bring it up last year? We're talking about this year.
No. We're just gonna tell the truth. He's playing great now. What about when it counted? He wasn't hurt. It was nothing wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. So he didn't win MVP last year?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so we're not talking about last year.
Hold on.
Why bring it up last year?
Were you in the finals or not?
I'm talking
Were
about
you in
this year.
Was Tatum somewhere where everything counted or not? Last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he?
No, was Tatum somewhere?
Did he win the championship last year?
Was the MVP this year?
Did he win the MVP?
He's MVP right now.
Did he win? Did he
He's
win the MVP
right now?
There's
We're asking right now.
There's no such thing.
He's the number one.
There's no such
Right.
thing.
If the season ended today.
There's no such thing.
That's right. He's right. Hold on. He's right.
There's no such thing. You win the MVP.
Well, why they talking about
Jokic
it?
right now is the MVP.
Okay.
That's it.
No such thing.
All right, so we're all going to use our common sense. We do know that throughout the season, every year in every sport, they're saying somebody's playing the best in their league. Somebody's currently the front runner for the MVP. We're not making this up. We're not assuming. We're just, this is like, let's stop acting like you're on Fentanyl or something and saying that,
I use
oh,
that
you haven't won it yet.
Yeah,
Okay, I had to bounce back on you. You see that? That was nice how I did that, right? So anyway,
Nigga, he's not the MVP yet. Is he the front runner? That's opinionated. I think he did after Durant.
today.
You say he was in the top 5.
He's not.
That's crazy. Whose numbers is better? Whose numbers is better? In that
Right now,
Okay.
right now the order is.
I said Tatum.
The order is right now Tatum, Doncic, and then Durant.
No. Durant ain't in the top
Give it
5.
to you. What we got?
Well, we hold on. We got
The Joker.
Giannis, Luka, Joker,
Huh?
Jason, Donovan.
Oh, Mitchell. I forgot. That's why I said I can keep going. Like,
But what I'm saying is Durant's stats just as good as theirs? Is what I'm saying.
you just going around the Barberry Bush, man. Listen, the top 5 MVP players. He's his name. He's number 7. He ain't
His
that 5.
stats can be better than theirs because he would be in the top 5 if they were.
Well,
Well, I
stats ain't
know points.
everything.
That's
though
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
MVP.
The
That's-
points him know he is though.
Stats
You
him.
know that.
Stats,
He's not 7.
Right.
He's 7. He's right now
Nigga, if he
7.
averaging 30, he's not 7.
Okay, so Jazz didn't just make this stuff up, right? He's looking at some
He
statistical.
looked up who's the top runners, which is a different topic.
But
And he's not the top 5.
Listen. What he's saying is stats. Like Donovan Mitchell is not averaging 30, and he's in the top
Are you
5.
kidding me?
He's not.
Mitchell might be the
He's not averaging 30 though for the season.
30.
He's not averaging 30 for the season.
Oh my
You gotta be kidding me.
But,
You know how hard it is to average 30, man? Come on, you play ball, man.
No, we
No.
don't.
That nigga ain't averaging
I play with my
Yeah.
balls. Oh.
Yo, you wanna bet?
His sweatsuit smell like Dove. He didn't get the court. He didn't hit the court.
Kobe only averaging 23.
Right. What are you talking about? How hard is to average 30? Cuz is talking about stats. I understand where you're coming from. But what I'm telling them is stats ain't everything. Stats gotta go by wins, all that.
And of course, some bullshit. I know Tatum's front runner, but that means nothing
Here's the thing, right?
right now.
Here's the thing what I say. If you don't dislike from a team, right, of course you're not going to be for their top players. So there's always some type of bias in what we're talking about all the time. Listen, everybody talk about it, right? Let's just say this. And I grew up in the era, right? This is why I say Gen X is the greatest fucking generation ever. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know why? We've seen some of the greatest players, whether it comes from all sports of all times. We've seen them actually physically play the games that we love the most. Right? So when you go and put up your top 5 players of all time in the NBA, you're gonna name motherfuckers that I wouldn't even put up. They might be in my top 7, but that conversation's on. Hey, JD, name your top 5 NBA players of all time. Guess what? Some real motherfuckers gonna have to get left off that list.
Right, yeah.
They might not be my
You
list.
left a real nigga off your list, Durant. Don't you ever do
No,
that
he's
again.
not saying that. He's just talking about
Yes,
who
he
really
did.
played NBA. Let's get it.
I'm telling you he's not.
Yo, just leave him alone. He loves Durant.
So here it is.
I ain't even a big Durant fan.
I had two topics today, right? They need to put Durant on their top 5 NBA players of all time. I heard 2 topics today. Steph Curry just came out with his NBA players of all time. He ain't even put nobody near them.
I know Durant's not on it, but none of them bozos you said it is like not on it either.
No.
Do 5.
No,
But what I'm saying, he said Durant's not on it. But I said neither are the bozos who y'all put on the list for being the best right now. So what are you saying about Durant? Is what I'm saying.
Durant's got 15 years on everybody that we
Talking about exactly.
But all you ain't listening. I'm saying he's not. You said he's not on the all-time.
No, I'm just saying. No,
He shouldn't be.
Listen to my list.
He shouldn't be.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. But somebody might argue that.
Right. Somebody loves Durant enough.
Right.
That's what he's saying. So the point.
So the point being, everybody's list is going to differ. What we're saying is, listen, right now, Jason Tatum, in our opinion, is leading the league in MVP.
I'll bow down to that. I'll bow down to that. I'm just saying, Durant's in the top 5.
They came off a championship,
Right?
right? They came off a championship run, right?
Yo, let him love him.
You got that thunder heart. You
Tatum's
got
that
that
dude.
heart of a lion, right?
Yeah.
And he's out there like, listen, I'm doing what I do. You know what I mean? Jason Tatum is
I like him too. That's
And,
why I
and
like
I'll
him.
just say this, and then we move on to the gridiron. But Luka's averaging 32.9. Giannis is averaging 32.1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's putting up numbers in OKC, 31.1.
Don't matter.
Tatum, 30.5. Steph Curry, 30. Donovan Mitchell, 29. John Morant, 27.7. Oh, Kevin Durant's averaging 30. I got to say.
Yeah, I knew
He's 30.
it.
He's 30 with stuff. He's 30 with stuff.
Yeah, you see me? It didn't shake me, nigga. I was shake. I knew.
He's top 6 in scoring. He's averaging 30. So it's 5 players averaging more than him right now. But anyway, that's still an MVP. But anyway, we're going to get off that. We're not spending the night on that. Right now, Jason Tatum's the man. Now, let's move up to a sport. We should already probably skip this because right now, when you look at the NFL now,
Don't do that to yourself.
I'm saying my Patriots is probably the best team.
But I'm just saying that
The best team that's losing is probably the Patriots.
Stop it.
the room
Stop
is
it,
yo,
please.
Ron Climate.
The best team
Stop
that's
it.
Ron
losing.
Climate.
This ain't the best team that's
Let's
losing.
look around. That's all. Ron Climate. Look.
Yo, name a better team. Name a better losing team than the Patriots right now.
You want me to be real?
No, he's just trying to bait us. He's trying to bait you.
Name a better losing team.
The Raiders.
No, they just lost last
I'm talking right now. The Detroit Lions. A better guy.
Raiders are beat the shit
I
out
like
of the
the
Patriots.
I think the
And
Raiders.
they're a
I'm
losing
sorry.
team.
Detroit Lions
Beat the shit
are
out
a
of
better losing team than the New England
You gonna lose
Patriots.
Arizona?
Detroit and they average about
They
26,
definitely
27
balling
points
out.
a game.
They definitely balling out.
But I'm gonna tell you like this.
And they average a lot of
All right, so now let's talk about the better teams in the NFL. So let's talk about the better NFL team. So who do y'all think is the best NFL team right
You
now?
know who the best is,
Come
dog?
on, cuz.
Whoever got the most money.
San Francisco 49.
Man, get the fuck out.
Come on. You don't want to go this topic.
Yo,
Let's go to
Who got the most money,
No, being
man?
honest, like who?
Stop playing, man.
All
Who
right,
got
so
the
let's
most money?
let's throw out. Who looks like?
You don't want to talk about it?
Oh, no, the best. Come on, the Cowgirl. Ain't nobody,
Don't say, yo, watch your mouth, cuz. Watch your mouth. Look around. Watch your mouth.
I just talking about Jerry Jones was building their status.
Yeah,
Now
watch
you
your
gonna
mouth.
disrespect him. Now you gonna
Look
disrespect
at that
him.
nigga no dad flip.
I like Stephen A. I like Mr. Jones. Yeah, right. Fuck Mr. Jones. Listen,
We get on to the cool segment.
who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Who looks like who has the best chances? You think? Real like I know y'all Cowgirl fans, but like
Yo.
Watch your fucking
Stop
mouth.
fucking disrespecting my
Watch your
team.
mouth.
I didn't come on your fucking podcast for you to be
Hey, yo, take your shoes off. Yo, take your shoes off. You come here.
Yo, Vince, don't do that no more, man. You know
Why,
why,
fans
Vince?
love it?
If you, when next time he does that, let me take the forum and watch how I disrespect his team so bad that he's never gonna cause the Cowgirls. Alright, watch.
My heart pumping.
Say it again, Vince.
yeah.
Say it again. Oh, don't say nothing. Say it again, Vince.
Who you think gonna win? Ladies, listen. Who has the best chance, or who do you look at? Should we come up with an NFC representative, an AFC representative, or do you
Not
not?
me. I'm a Cowboys
Well, they
fan.
have to play somebody.
Right. So that's
Don't
my
matter.
saying.
That's a
I got 3 other
Cowboys in case. Hell yeah, we live and bleed it.
Y'all niggas, listen. Y'all, whenever y'all want to come with me, my first cousin lives
The
down.
microphone's on.
Listen, I'm
Chill.
telling you.
Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Okay.
I'll bring you to heaven before you die and go to heaven.
Oh,
Nigga.
my nigga, I like that. Say that again. I like how you said that. What?
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. We them niggas. You heard? Everybody fucks with us.
Of course, Sam him.
Not everybody.
I don't know. He's
Not
crazy.
everybody.
You know them niggas
Not
in
everybody.
B-Town. Yo, them B-Town niggas are wild. Hey, yo, I be telling all my niggas, they be like, yo, there's black people in Boston. I was like, the wildest black people
Oh, they ain't
in
came
the
to the hood.
world
Yeah, hell
are in
yeah.
Boston. And these niggas don't understand it.
Tell them to
Malcolm
venture.
X walked these motherfuckers. Like,
him.
you understand? Like, this,
He lived in
yo,
the
listen,
Barry.
man.
Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't come down, but I heard him. Yo, this
This motherfucker's
yo, so speaking on, man. We're gonna turn it over a little bit to a little deeper conversation. You want to go into that?
Yeah, we got to calm me out, man. You know, we had to get a little, before we got to the heavy topics, man. What's been plaguing the city, at least my city, and I'm sure it's in other cities. I talked to my sister in California, man. This fentanyl, man. This is like a red alert out to people, man. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of fentanyl on all type of drugs, but now it's in the weed. You know what I mean? And I've lost like 3 or 4 people to fentanyl being put in weed. And I'm not gonna speak on the incident whether they put it in, bought it like that. All I'm saying is that's the cause of their death. So people out there, man, I advise you go to the dispensary or stay with your peoples. You know what I mean? It's crazy out here, and the thing about it, motherfuckers is looking for a near-death experience. That's the best high out here. Like a nigga die off it, nigga be like, I want that. So man, just be careful. It's a different mindset with the drugs out here and everything. So all I'm putting a warning out here. Like that
It's
shit
crazy. The way I look at it, like I think back in the days, right? Like so we used to drink 40s. Then we started moving to E&J, shit like that. Like, youngsters, right? Like, then smoking blunts, whatever, like, that was your get high. Then when it got nuts, so when people got, all right, that's enough, they was like, yo, it's this other thing, you start mixing hash with it.
Yep.
So hash was the first thing, all right, boom. Then we moved to a little bit of the coke, sprinkling and what have you, so the oolie. So now, that was typically like, I don't know everybody's movement, but like people wasn't waking up and going to sleep off of that shit. Maybe some was, somewhat. But like what I'm seeing, like what I think a big difference is these young cats, they popping pills, smoking blunts, and all. It's almost like the next high, the next inevitable high has to be around the corner. Because if you was doing this at 14, 15, 16, like these cats was waking up, popping. Pills was like, I mean, Eminem was first rapping about that. I'm like, yo, who does that? I thought it was a white boy thing, but obviously it was prevalent in some areas, not Boston, but popping pills. So if you're waking up to all of this and you popping that and you're already on the level, and like you said, they're chasing that, like, so I know a few people that smoked oolies back in the days by accident, like somebody passed them. And then like somebody was like, yo, roll me up a oolie blunt and let me smoke it. Somebody might have already had one and was like, yo.
But these niggas don't know what oolie blunts is because they ain't heard that in a minute.
What's that coke with that weed, man? Like, yo.
Crack with that weed. They coke.
That crack with it. Coked up. So, so you did have a few people that they get high, but normally it wasn't like, everybody reaching out to each other like, let's all do this. Like, we wasn't.
No, yeah. I didn't smoke that shit on my birthday. Like, I didn't smoke oolies all the time, but I fuck with the oolies.
Every day was somebody's birthday.
I'm just don't.
But on some real shit with you though, like, these cats I think might be chasing it. Like, I don't think that some of these cats is, maybe a few is finding it by accident.
No, it's facts.
Some of these cats is like really looking to get up there high, man. What you thinking on that?
So I'll say this, man. First of all, I want to, say rest in peace to, to my family members, man. It's a rough year. We lost about 5 family members this year, so I just want to, count my blessings, man, and say rest in peace to my family. You know what I mean?
Names out there.
We got some angels up in heaven. You know what I mean? First of all, to my big brother Bo. You know what I mean? Peace, Ulysses. May you rest in peace. You know what I mean?
That's wild. Bo.
Bilal Bell, Blazo Sanchez, you know what I mean? May you rest in peace. That's another angel up there for us, you know what I mean? To my aunt Beck, you know what I mean? My mother's sister, Bessie, down there in Florida, you know what I mean? Rest in peace. You know what I mean? To my 2 family members, my cousins up in Philly, who lost their life tragically this year, you know what I mean? I want to say peace to y'all and rest in peace. And to my nephew, F.A. Replay, who just lost his life about 2 weeks ago, you know what I mean? Out in Cali.
R.I.P. nephew.
I want to say rest in peace, you know what I mean? And we got you, we ride them all the time. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know what I mean? Lessons. And as far as when it comes to that drug thing like that, man, that's always been a problem, right? It's always been systematic. And I look at it completely different. You know what I mean? It's JD, when you say they chasing it, they're not just chasing that one high. They're chasing 4 or 5 different highs because they got the weed. Now, that's laced with fentanyl. right? Before that, it was lean, mixing fucking drinks and
With
gas and doing all that
syrup.
shit together, syrup and Sprite, you know what I mean? And mixing all that shit together, you know what I mean? And then now they chasing that, you know what I mean? So now you, instead of you having one addiction, you got 4 or 5 addictions. So now the weed ain't getting you high enough, that's coming laced with whatever it is. And then you drinking this lean shit and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all that shit there and just speeding up your heart rate, you're hallucinating, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you find yourself in a panic and your overexcitement sends you into cardiac arrest. You know what I mean?
Just happened.
And what just happened. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's, you gotta start speeding through life, right? We can talk about all of these things and we can say this and that, but we used to sit down and conversate and be with each other. Like, there was a time when like, yo, man, what you doing, JD? No, you ain't finna do it. We finna go play some ball, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
What's up, Trap? You gonna hit the court? We ain't 15, 16-year-olds like they out here now doing the shit that they doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No life.
Come on, where's their life? They're not even having their youth. Their youth is, hey, I'm gonna start smoking weed at 12 or 13 years old. What are you talking about? What's happening? And that's why it leads into all of this. The younger you start doing drugs, the more potent later in life you want to search for another drug.
The gateway drug.
You know what I mean? And if you can't control that, and just say now, they lacing the marijuana with fentanyl as it's being sold. So this already in the weed that you buying on the street. So
So
you
some
might
people, experimented with it. Like they're buying the weed and putting the
yeah,
fentanyl.
some people putting it in there as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they put it in there themselves. And now you searching for that willingly or unwillingly. You smoked that first one.
Right.
You know, I got stories to tell about that, right? If somebody hit you, hand you something like you were just saying, hey, let me hit that, and they just want to hand it to you, and it's laced with that. You don't even know what you just smoked, but now your body needs that.
Facts.
The next day you're gonna be like, yo, Ken, what you just give me? Man, what was in that? Yo, this was in there. Oh, bad. You got some more of that?
Yeah.
And before you know it,
That starts it.
that's
We
what
ain't got
started.
no honest OGs who niggas will roll something up and pass it to you and won't tell you what's in that
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Hold on, listen, man. I hear everything y'all saying. You guys are all spot on. You know what I'm saying? I echo your sentiments.
Speak up, family.
Do everything. What I'm saying is, I don't know what's going on in Beantown. You know what I'm saying? And from the bridge where the murderers live. What I'm saying is, I brag to my niggas how ill my niggas in Beantown is. Cause y'all some of the realest niggas in the world. We were just talking about, you know what I'm saying, Malcolm X, Malcolm Little walked these streets. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying is, if you a real nigga in Beantown, and you get money, and you know what people do to enhance their drugs, whatever. Black people, we smoke weed, reefer, you know what I'm saying? Marijuana. It's just a nickelback. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
Period.
But if a real nigga is putting fentanyl in fucking weed and selling it to other real niggas, I hope the illest gangsters in Beantown fuck them niggas up, man.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Yo, there's no fucking way that should be happening anywhere in the world. And I'm telling you, I'm highway raised. You a bitch if you're putting fentanyl in weed, selling in your garbage fucking weed. You're a fucking cornball. Who the fuck does that? That's for dope heads, crackheads. That ain't for people who just want to watch the fucking Lord of the Rings and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
You just want to watch a movie and enjoy the fucking marijuana. And you putting fentanyl on that shit, trying to make them crackheads. You're the lowest piece of shit in the fucking world, yo. Whoever the fuck is doing that, I said it, nigga. Fat man.
That's right, cuz and what I'm saying is, I just talked to my sister in California, so it's not narrowed down to East Coast Boston.
Right.
She lost 2 people same
Right.
day.
Right.
Good point. So man, what the fuck is going on?
So
I don't know what's going on.
So here's what I'm saying, right? Here's what I know, right? is that it's being sold to the street level motherfuckers already laced with it. Like it's coming to us like this. You know what I mean? So it's the difference when if I fuck with you and I know I could come with you and get weed, right? But I don't know where you getting your shit from. You know what I mean? And that's
Hold on. Are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying the fucking cartels that have been sending weed over here with fentanyl already in it?
some of the weed is being laced with fentanyl niggas is coming across the border.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of money in that.
It's funny because all the
Whoever's
do
doing
tap
it.
in. Raise big, you gotta listen to this.
Fact.
Now, you know why you gotta listen to this? Because I was gonna say this too. Even when we were smoking weed back in the days, right? Or allegedly some people was. But anyway, no, but look at the difference in the weed strain. Like real talk, like yo, if you go, listen, look at the difference. Yo, back then, adding hash to the weed was like, yo, you just made this weed so potent, whatever. Right now,
But Fitz, you know what hash is?
but listen, it ain't nothing but
It's the bottom of the residue.
Yeah, it's the residue.
But it's- but-
But that same thing has still been doing the same. It still has the same effect, right? But some motherfuckers who smoke hash and weed went crazy too. Some
That's what I was
motherfuckers
gonna say.
went crazy.
Angel dust.
Ain't no such thing as no murderous weed nigga.
It was the angel dust mixed with that shit. Cause
All
man,
right, but all of this to say, again, to Ken's point is the weed that now, if you came out here right now with a bag of regular, people will smack the shit out of you, right? Like now they got all of this other stuff. Think about some of the names and all this other stuff. Like who in the world knows what a Gremlin Cookie Crush strand is, right? Like so, right? People are coming out like, yo, I got the new shit, right? Like this is the Gremlin Monster shit. Like, yo, don't smoke this after midnight. And then what do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna buy that shit, right? So again, the more shit you can spray on it, the more shit you can add to it. Like you said, like, yo, you buy some shit. You might not be lacing the shit, but you bought it laced. Like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but yo, fentanyl is a different type of lace. Y'all niggas talking
not the grind.
Yo,
that's the heroin. That's the heroin.
That's the end all be all.
Yeah,
That's fentanyl. Y'all niggas bug. Yo, if somebody's doing that, just punch them in they fucking yo. If you catch a nigga doing that,
You think that it's just one
ain't no across the world. I'm hearing y'all saying this shit. Yo, listen. I'm visiting, bro. Y'all niggas don't say this shit 4 or 5 times. If niggas in Boston, man, in fucking Connecticut, we catch. If somebody's doing that, they're gonna get hurt bad.
I hate to say it, but I guarantee you,
That's
Google
what I'm
Connecticut.
Ain't nobody doing that
Google
shit.
Connecticut right now.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's bad there, but ain't no.
No, I'm saying that.
Nigga
Google
get
that
caught
somebody
doing that.
But somebody
he's in
had
trouble,
passed
bro.
away smoking fentanyl.
Yo, if a nigga get
I
caught
guarantee it.
with somebody smoking his weed and they know where they got their weed from, they in trouble, bro. You can't do that. That's
But now you gotta chase it. I know. He didn't do it.
But let me tell you this, it's all new. So this shit just happened. I guess like nigga, we ain't pinpoint to where it is. Obviously,
if
it's
y'all
gonna
catch
be
them
some.
niggas, you already know. Make sure everybody knows who they are. Put them niggas
But
on
what I'm
blast.
saying is, my sister come from California, so I'm just scared. Like, is it everywhere or
Nah,
is
it
it?
ain't everywhere.
Well, it's
There's
California,
people that do
Boston.
business, man. When you do business, you do straight business. Ain't no fucking underlying shit trying to make you like the business more. What the fuck? Who the fuck does that, man? If y'all catch somebody doing that, you already know. I ain't, you know what I mean? That's something
We're
to
gonna beat that down whatever. Go ahead. Finish off.
All I'm saying, that's no fentanyl. This is a topic of the night. It could be fentanyl. Like we have to get back into it because it's not just touch and go with it. It's touched so many lives right now. Recently, this is all recent deaths.
Yo, niggas that get money know what fentanyl is, bro.
Of course they do.
And
And
if
it's
you
not
putting-
with-
so if you putting that shit in weed, you gotta be them bitch at. Yo, there's nothing lower than that, bro. That's like somebody putting that in your fucking Henny or your fucking or your Douce. You a bitch. You the devil. Don't do that, bro. If y'all catch somebody doing that,
shit.
come on, bro. We don't even, that shouldn't be the topic of the day. It's on site. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Somebody know what they doing.
And do you explain to people what fentanyl is? Fentanyl's a deal with extreme pain, with cancer. Like it's no way fentanyl. And it started with heroin.
No. Heroin ain't got nothing to do with fentanyl, bro.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
They cut
Let me
that
educate
shit.
you for a minute, man. Fentanyl is made for fucking like shit like pain for like not for humans though, nigga, like horses, like fucking thoroughbreds and shit. So if like niggas that get money know if you fucking putting that shit in weed,
Hold on.
yo, if y'all catch the niggas,
Let me finish. Go ahead.
y'all
Let me
niggas,
finish.
yo,
But he's right.
protect.
But it's a small
Regular
amount
people,
they
bro.
give to cancer patients, and like fentanyl is used for is legal for cancer patients.
Nah, that's that white boy medicine shit, man. I'm talking about natural shit that cure. They ain't doing that shit. That's like growth hormones and shit. They putting that shit in. Whatever. You don't want to use fentanyl at all. That's not good.
Nigga, that's prescription. Nigga, you get that shit over the counter, nigga. If
You get fentanyl over the counter?
if you're
Not
fucking
pure.
not pure, but for pain, yeah.
Fentanyl's
Yeah, it's a small dose of it that they use for pain.
Well, to speak truth, to speak real
But
fast,
we gotta get
your body creates fentanyl anyway,
exactly.
right? So you have fentanyl. in your
That's
body
why people
already.
die because
Your body creates fentanyl,
I
right?
thought you said fentanyl.
No, what happens to a lot of what happens, right, is that once you once the doctor here, I'm going to give you fentanyl, right? You're increasing the amount of fentanyl that you have in your body, and now your body needs that. Now you got an overload of fentanyl, right? Now that part of fentanyl needs it to feed off of. So now you need it. And now you're a fiend. Now you become a fiend. Now you become an addict of it, right?
Go get your shit from
And
the dispensary.
99% of the fentanyl right now, right, will send you into an immediate cardiac. Listen, I'm just telling y'all facts, okay? I'm not talking hypotheticals. I'm not talking about what somebody's saying or all this other type of shit. I'm talking about facts, what I know, okay? The fact that I know is that people are smoking marijuana. They're thinking, willingly or unwillingly, that they're with the people that they hang out with, and they're smoking fucking, they think they're smoking marijuana, and it's laced with something else, and it's killing them, okay? The other studies and reports are showing that a lot of the marijuana that's coming across within like the last month or so, especially coming across the borders, is already being laced with fentanyl. So it is not only that issue, it is also in my mind, because I am of the ilk of the Generation X, it is intentional.
Not Malcolm.
Okay? It's intentional. It's not by mistake. It's all by design, which is a whole nother topic.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna
So
move
that's
on.
it. That's my opinion.
To my man's favorite topic. I might let you introduce, nigga. Like, this is if you all noticed how we started with our previous podcast, man, it was open forum. We had 3 topics. So we're kind of going back to that. So
Why don't you introduce this one? You've always been a part of us.
Yeah.
talk about this shit all night, man. It's cool.
Yeah, listen, the cooling of America, the cooling of black men in America, the hypocritical, you know what I mean, and like the constant talking about or commenting all the time when somebody comes out and they're speaking how they feel about a situation or topic. And most of the time, you know, when they ask a celebrity or an athlete these questions, they always have another agenda, right? They always have another reason why they're going to comment or say something a certain way. You know what I mean? Why are we constantly looking at athletes and entertainers to be our voice of reason when it comes to political issues or the black plight of black Americans in this country? So when we start talking, I'll tell y'all a story real fast. It's gonna be quick.
How fast?
About 3 minutes. So as a freshman in high school, right? As a freshman in high school.
Last year.
Yeah. As a freshman in high school. So when you go to high school as a freshman, you're about 14 to 15 years old, right? As a freshman in high school.
I was 27.
I walked into my 9th grade class at South Boston High School. At South Boston High. 95 D
You
Street.
went back.
I walked into my freshman class at 14. I think I was 15 because my birthday was, I turned 15 in September, right? So I must have turned 15 that September when school first started. So I walked into my class at South Boston High.
Yep.
As a ninth grader freshman. About a week into school, they wanted to teach us about the Holocaust. Facts. So I says to the teacher, I stands up and says to the teacher, I don't want to learn about the Holocaust. At 15 years old, this is what I said. I don't want to learn about the Holocaust. I want to learn about black history. I want to know what happened to my ancestors in this country. I want to learn black history. No disrespect. I said this at 15 years old, right? And a white student in the class looked at me and called me a nigger and stuck his middle finger up at
I
me.
already know the story after that because I know.
You already know the story.
Yeah.
So
Once he lost his finger.
I got really,
That nigga
I got.
everything I love is nigga.
Now this thing, no, this thing. I'm an
Once he
innocent,
lost his finger.
I'm an innocent 15-year-old young man, right? And I said this back then at 15. So, make a long story short, I ended up beating the shit out of this kid, right? He ran, but I caught him in the class, and I run up and I beat the shit out of him, right? And I got kicked out of school, and they were trying to expel me, right? 15 years old, freshman in high school, at South Boston High. So I'm 53, just so you know. So, make a long story short,
Too late.
my father, my mother, we go to the school, they're trying to expel me. My father wasn't having it, right? That's not happening. What's happening to this kid, make a long story short. So at 15 years old, I was already thinking like, I hear Kyrie and Kanye them talking about today, right? My conscious mind back then was what they're talking about today. You understand? So where does that leave me as a young man? Do I need to defend them? Am I worried about something I said when I was 15? I'm 53, and now I got to be conscious of the words that come out of my mouth because somebody want to tell me what I should say, or what I should think, or how I should feel about a situation. You can't be serious.
Let's go on to specific.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So let's talk about So I'm saying the specific cooning is when you got people like the Charles Barkley, when you got people like Shannon Sharp. And sometimes I agree with Shannon Sharp, but sometimes you can see where they're trying to hold the line, where they're trying to use words of caution. You know what I mean? So that's my point is, as a young man, I didn't have no disrespect for the Jewish and what happened to them in the Holocaust. I was 15. I was saying these things at 15 that they're saying today.
So let me ask you.
So now we still have these issues about the Jewish,
Watch it, 'cause
about
you know what you said
what
last
happens,
week.
right? What happens to us as a people. It has nothing to do with what happened to another race. Why we can't focus on what happened to us and understand what we've been through.
All right, so what I want to ask you, Kyrie posted that thing on Twitter.
Yep.
What thing? He posted a link to the movie Black to Hebrews, Hebrews
to Negroes.
Excuse me.
Hebrews to Negro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So now, with that being said, the fall off or the fall back was from his employers, right? Are you anti-Semitic? Right?
Why do I have to
Not
be
just as
anti-Semitic?
employers, though, right?
Okay,
That's
that's
where
where it
it's
stemmed
people.
from, right? So, who had a problem with what he posted or tagged on Twitter?
The Jewish community.
Now, do you feel that? So, do you feel that? Because you can post that right now. You ain't gonna get no feedback. It's your lifestyle. It is how you believe, how you feel. It's not a problem, not an issue. I have no problem with anybody speaking their mind, saying whatever they want to say, right? Now, could he do it if, should he have done it if he's employed, and that's the code of ethics that he shouldn't cross?
But they didn't have no code of ethics is what he did. Where's the code of ethics that he crossed? What code of ethics that he crossed? He retweeted a movie that's being sold on Amazon that's making hundreds of billions of dollars. Why is he getting in trouble?
Producers,
The person who made the movie, he didn't say anything. He reposted a video from a movie that's being sold on Amazon that somebody else made and narrated and directed and created.
Totally agree.
Exactly.
Totally agree.
So why is Kanye? Why is Kyrie ever being punished for that?
Okay, so Kyrie's being punished by who?
The NBA,
His
sponsors,
his employees,
Yes.
and his sponsors.
No.
And his
The
sponsors.
NBA suspended Kyrie Irving,
Okay.
Adam Silverman first.
Yep.
He don't work for the NBA. He played for the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets is his employer. Adam Silverman is the commissioner of the NBA. He works for the owners. He don't own the Brooklyn Nets.
Adam Silver.
I think he persuaded the owner.
So the owner, okay. But either way,
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
right, but not even delving into, okay. When you go to work, you have a dress code. So, if in my line of business, it's casual.
Yeah, but we're not talking about dress. We're not freedom of speech. We're not talking about how you dress.
I'm just, whenever you break, okay, so whenever you break the rules of your employee, right, your employers, then you have to abide by that, right? So they came out and they said, okay, well, it looks like you're attached into this, so you need to denounce this or what have you. So I'm not saying that he should have, but if they're sitting up here saying that, okay, this is the way you're making my business look. The same way the cowgirls, I'm gonna call them the cowgirls.
Yo, now that's it. Yo, I told you, I said it again. Now hold on. I got something to say now. Hold on, let me say something. Real quick. No, I asked you not to say that. I drove here for 2.5 hours, and I said, if you say it again, I'm gonna disrespect your team. So now this is what I got. This is all I gotta say. Please, you know what your mascot is?
What?
A white man.
Okay. All right. So,
your mascot is Ronald Reagan, nigga. Don't ever try to disrespect my team, nigga. Your mascot is Ronald Reagan, nigga. Don't ever try to disrespect. And guess what? First of all, your first Cowboys, hold up. The original Cowboys was Negroes.
all right, hold on.
I want y'all to Google that.
All right, but hold on.
The original Cowboys were niggas.
Okay.
That was banging the motherfuckers out. Holla at me.
All I'm gonna say.
Nigga, don't ever try to, Ronald Reagan
I'm
ass.
gonna get into what you're talking about because some of the Patriots.
Shouldn't have did it.
Patriots is how you living today, right? That's who.
It's not how I'm living. I'm in the Patriots town. I know where I'm at. I know I'm in the team. I see trash over there. I see trash there. I know where I'm at. But don't disrespect
Anybody that
money.
fights for this country is considered a what?
Consider what?
Anybody that fights for this country is considered a what?
American.
A patriot. Motherfucker. Figure it out. Do your research. Okay.
Yo, I'm Native American though. Hold on. Your viewers don't know this. Hold up. Your viewers don't know this. I'm Native American. I'm Shinnecock Indian. Long Island, New York. I'm Native.
You're a
I'm before the Patriots. Holla at your fucking boy, nigga. Holla at me, nigga. Yo, ask old dirty bastard of them what Shinnecock is. Ask Wu-Tang, nigga.
So listen. All right, but back to
Holla at him, Trey. You talking about? You did it to yourself. You ain't did it to yourself. I'm Native American, for real. Patriots ain't Native Americans.
so
All right then, nigga, don't get it twisted.
So Coon. I want to let everybody get something off from the Coon because Ken did start.
Yeah, we back.
So how do y'all feel about like just the Coon idea? Like, I mean, we got to stick on just Kyrie. We can move on to Kanye. He's been doing some stuff that they consider cool. Stephen A. Smith.
Let me get back to this. What I think about cooning
What's cooning, cuz? Hold on, give me the definition of cooning. Cause I just got here.
the definition.
The definition.
But this is what I'm gonna say. Remember how we was brought here unwillingly. Remember how who brought us here got here. They took it. They're never gonna relinquish their power. So it doesn't give a. I don't give a fuck if you're cooning, not cooning, spooning, illin', chilling. They own this shit.
Hold on.
And they're not gonna
But what's the
relinquish that
definition
shit.
of cooning though? You're talking about a subject that I don't fully understand.
Cooning? I didn't bring the cooning shit up, but my opinion.
So here it is.
What is the definition of cooning?
Let me give you my
I'll tell you
opinion
like
of it,
this.
because I
You
don't know
right
the
now
full
talking about the
definition.
Patriots.
Teach me.
So here it is, right? So
You know the definition?
and sometimes, right?
definition of
I'll
cooning?
say this, right?
What's the fucking
two words I'm going.
what's the definition of
There's
cooning?
three words I'm going to say.
He's right.
I'm going to say this, right? So history tells us, and teachers tell us that everybody used to call motherfuckers Uncle Toms. Well, he's an Uncle Tom. He's an Uncle. That means you're selling out. That means you favor to the white man, whatever he says, and you against what black people culture is, right? You're worse. Coon is even worse. That means you the house Negro back in slavery days. That's what the coon was.
Okay.
So here it is, right? So Dr. Claude Anderson tells us that Uncle Tom was the savior of black people. The real motherfucker who sold out was the Sambo. So he said, stop calling people Uncle Toms. Stop calling him an Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom would come back and say, hey, listen, guys, the other Negroes are telling, he would go back and tell the field Negroes, hey, listen, the house Negroes are telling master, y'all planning to escape tonight.
Right.
Uncle Tom was the good guy, and they knew that. So you see how when they try to turn things around, everybody go around and tell everybody Uncle Tom. What we need to do is learn and listen to motherfuckers like Claude Anderson and go back and look at our history and read the documentaries and listen to all of the books, Black Labor, White Wealth, and all of this shit. Read these books that they're telling us about so you can understand the mind games that were played on us as a people, right?
Not the Squid Game.
Not the Squid Games. So when you're a coon, right? You're a coon. That means you're even worse. What's a raccoon? They go digging through the trash. They scour. They bottomless. They bottomless. They like rats.
Hold on. So you're telling me that the house Negro
Real soon.
Hold on. So you're telling me that the house Negro was the person that you should look up to?
No. There was the guy. No, I'm not saying that.
I'm listening.
So the house Negro, right back in the days, right? You had the house Negroes, right? And you had the field Negroes, people who worked in the field. The house Negro.
I'm very educated, but
right? So here you go. So when they would start telling people, hey, call them Uncle Toms. When you say Uncle Tom, if you call me Uncle Tom, what are you referring to me as?
As a nigga that kiss white people's ass.
Okay, so that's my point. So what I'm telling you is that's wrong. That's a lie. The Uncle Tom was the one going out there to the field telling him the other house Negroes are telling the master that y'all are planning to escape. The Uncle Tom was the good guy. He was giving us the information saying, hey, listen, giving us a jump. Hey, listen, so if y'all plan on leaving at 5 o'clock, y'all better leave at like 3.
This is hold on. Yo, this shit's funny as hell. Yo, so you motherfuckers is telling me that the nigga said, yo, bro, y'all. No, I'm not. Hold on. Fuck that. Let me hear. No, nigga, no. So y'all said, the niggas said, if y'all plan on leaving at 3, leave at 5, because that nigga might be up. But I ain't going nowhere. Y'all niggas miss y'all life. Them is the realest niggas in the world. Hold up. So Django was some fucking bullshit.
No.
You see Django? Django's the definite. That motherfucker. Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, Samuel Jackson
the illest house nigga.
He was Sambo.
He was the illest house nigga in the history of the world. Right or wrong, Trash?
Sambo.
Right or wrong, Trash?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Sam Jackson was Sambo.
Okay, that's a Sambo. That's not a house nigga.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that when they change the words around, so you've been mind fucked and manipulated. You've been mind fucked and manipulated to think that. I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying it as a people. You know what I mean? No,
that's
listen.
You gotta pause.
No, listen, bro. Listen to me. I'm not attacking you personally.
I ain't saying that. It's just the choice of words.
No, but
is not a good
That's
word.
what we are.
But see, you're failing to realize, right? What happened is when things are done to you systematically. I was watching the documentary, right? And the Laura, listen to
the Hebrews, right?
I was watching the documentary, and the black woman said, "Look at the picture I'm showing you guys." She said, "Look at the picture," and it was a hanging that they was all watching a black man being hung, right? All the adults, it was about 1,000 motherfuckers. She says, And this, I'm 53 years old, just learning this now. She says, guys, don't look. Everybody's talking about the adults and how all the adults. She said, look at the kids. It was about 8 or 9 kids that was just in the still picture, right?
Yeah.
She says, so if this was in 1951, say 1940, 1913, right? She said, if that kid was maybe 10, 11 years old, there's a good chance that kid is still alive today, right? Possibly, right? So she said, look at the kids. They're making them emotionless. They're making them emotionless. They have no emotion for you as a human being. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when things are planned for you systematically, we've had these conversations before, you cannot distill the fact that we have this mind frame of we're not right when we talk to one another about the things that have happened, right? History tells us that, right? That we're being born and it's genetic. The things that we need to understand today is that our plight is genetic because of where we come from as a people. You know what I mean? If you're battering and you're bruising somebody to the point to where a husband and a wife got to go have sex to comfort each other, and a child is being born, what is that child being born out of? Frustration, anger, hate. You know what I mean? For what they see happen to them all the time. We cannot discount that fact. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
And this is a different.
And like I said, all these topics we going through is deep topics where we can go through all night.
Comes full circle.
We're hitting everything as we can. I'm about to hit some real shit too. It's my
I
topic.
normally do the question of the day, but you know what?
Do it tonight.
That's I normally do the
Stop the
question of
dumb
the day.
shit then.
That's what I said. We'll do
Stop
that.
that Coward Belichick
I'm
shit
gonna
then.
get
Stop
my drink
that
back.
bullshit.
Get my drink back.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, topic of today is man, I know y'all been watching the media, everything that's going on with this T.I. shit. Telling. Snitching. It's been on this platform before, but I'm about to ask the audience, are you still telling if you tell on a dead person? Meaning is, if a dead person you think committed the crime or you committed the crime and he dies during the process of the court proceedings, and you tell, like, well, he did that shit and the nigga dead, is that still snitching?
What made you come up with this? You gotta get a background to
Well,
it.
nigga, that's what, nigga, we on point with this shit. Y'all seen the article, y'all seen the video of T.I. saying he told on his dead cousin, they caught a gun case. They was pulled over, gun in the car. They was going through the court procedures and shit. His cousin actually died, and he put the case on his cousin who died instead of him. So his cousin, dead cousin, took the case. So is that still snitching? When he said
He was given the
he's
case.
giving the case, yeah, my dog. But is that still considered snitching to you guys? So we're gonna go around the room, and I can end with it. But do you think he's still told? He told if y'all want me to go over the situation again, I will. He got pulled over. His cousin was alive at this point. A gun in the car. Cousin died during the procedure of the court cases. He said my cousin did it.
He did what? He had the gun. What did his cousin do?
It was his
So he was
gun.
basically saying his cousin had the gun.
Yep.
Nobody was killed. Nobody was hurt. Nothing. Just found the gun in the car. He told him that the gun was his dead cousin.
Yep. Is that telling?
Y'all want me to answer that?
We can go. I don't know the order. I know my what I'm saying.
I know the Bush.
Let me start off.
No,
I'll start off.
Do your thing.
Me? Let me say this. I don't give a fuck who agrees, who not. This is me. This is what I was born into this shit, the hood shit, and we can go. We ain't gotta go over whatever. But when you commit to a code, I don't give a fuck if the code's fucked up, because I still think the code is fucked up. What you live by, but I live by it, and I take what it comes to me. I don't give a fuck if a nigga's dead. You're still banging, slanging, whatever you're doing. You still have to commit to that code. To me, I don't give a fuck if a nigga died. You can't tell on the dead nigga either. You gotta commit to the code. You subscribe to this shit. That's called street shit, street code, whatever. So you don't get an outlet just because a nigga died. You gotta live by the same code you committed to from the beginning. So if the nigga died, that doesn't, and you tell on the nigga, you still told to me. You still fucking ratted to me. That's my opinion.
Well, a couple of things. You know what I'm saying? I kind of echo your settlements. Like his sentiments, I feel like he's right on point with whatever he's saying. You know, I speak Ebonics, you know what I'm saying? Niggas know what I'm talking about.
We should have met earlier.
So what I'm saying is,
One nigga gotta help you out, baby.
that's right. That he went to class. I didn't. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, and I missed a lot of pussy not going to class. But anyway,
You got it back.
I was still the Lord of Menage a Trois. But listen, what I'm saying is, I totally agree with what you're saying, because you gotta keep the code. You gotta, because that means just because he's dead doesn't mean he's still not here, and his soul is here. So if you snitching on him, you're damaging his soul. You know what I'm saying? Things that he thinks about, things that people think about him, whatever. But however, if that man is that close to him, and his family's that close to T.I., and they cool, you know what I'm saying? And they did business with each other, they know each other's kids and all that, and they say, yo, the only way for you to get out of this is to say he did it. What the fuck he care for? He dead. I can understand that side as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like when you're dealing with the streets and dealing with these boys that we had to deal with our whole lives, sometimes you gotta come up with a way to.
Is it snitching or not, nigga?
I just told you it depends on how you look at it.
How are you looking at it? Is it
You know, it
snitching
ain't
or
how
not?
I'm looking at it. It's about their souls. It ain't got that got to do with us. That's between T.I. and that man's family.
All right, so skip their family. Skip
Hold
their
on.
family. I agree with that. Don't speak on their family at all. Don't speak on that situation itself. Now, you speak on how do you feel if somebody bump that situation. How do you feel about if somebody snitches
If he,
on?
not somebody. If T.I. snitched on his boy, is he a?
You can call it your uncle, your cousins, your girlfriend's brother. Like, just how do you feel? Do you think it's snitching or not?
I gotta check that man's family. That man's family might be T.I. might be hitting them niggas off with fucking Benzes, Bourbons, fucking Bentleys, and they just fuck that T.I.
I see.
You know what I mean? You gotta worry about it.
It's nice.
Yo, it's about getting.
It's nice the way you connect
That's why I
to keep
want
dodging.
this
Because
conversation.
yeah, like either you gonna say
it's about
snitching or it's not.
you don't know what you don't know.
Me and you riding. I'm
Listen.
your dog. I ain't just met you, but I'm your dog. We riding.
All right, and then you riding though. I know your mother, your father, your niece, your nephew, your niece, everybody. Now something happens to you, and they all know I kept it real with you that whole time. And the only way for me to get out of something is to say you did it, but you already dead. You probably in the grave like, man, fuck that shit, I did it.
I would.
You could be jumping up in the
I
flowers,
would.
nigga.
That's my life.
So you say, so hold on,
Yo, hold on. He's so right. Because that's my
Hold
life.
on, being right. I'm just being.
You said your point.
Doesn't matter, bro. If you
That's
are right,
all that
you still are right. You still are right.
I don't want him.
But you still
I don't want you to help him out.
Situations
You said your point, and you had a great argument. You said that to you was snitching. You wouldn't do it.
Still is to me.
Facts. Now we went to you. Is it snitching or is it not? Would you do it or would you not? Should somebody do it or should they not?
It depends on if I don't know this dude.
Just say you from Connecticut and you don't want to answer
If I don't know this
Just
dude,
say you from Connecticut and you don't want to answer it.
if I don't know the dude,
But you already said you ride with somebody you know.
Answer the question of what?
He just said, if I'm riding with you, I know you.
Hey, Judge Hatchet.
Okay.
What the fuck? Yo, if I don't know the fucking dude, I don't know the dude's family, and then he dies and me and McGuggy, and I tell him, that's different. Now I'm a snitch to me. But if I know the dude, it's like, if you and Raul was in the shootout.
Don't
fuck that. Let's get real.
You talking about
you and Raul was in the shootout, right? Hold on. God forbid. Yo, let me
I'm gonna answer my question. Answer your own. Answer your own.
You can answer the question.
No,
I'm giving you metaphors and similes, nigga.
So what would you do?
What the fuck is gonna happen? So if you and Raul in the shootout,
what would you do?
You and Raul in the shootout.
Why you want to
get killed?
You talking about?
You and Raul in jail with each other. Raul eats some bad oatmeal in jail. Raul passes away.
Yo, talk about your own
shit. They say, yo, who did it?
Talk about your own shit.
You were Raul, but Raul's not here.
What would you do? What would you do?
CD tell you to do. What would CD tell you to do?
I'm gonna get to mine. Just say you don't want to answer it.
Talking about?
Just say you're from Connecticut, you don't want to answer it. That's all. All we're asking you is to answer the question.
Yo, yeah, that's true. Pause.
All we're asking, yo, hold on, listen.
You're right.
You see how nigga can
I'm saying, that's still his brother though.
We're gonna leave him alone.
He's trying to figure out a way for his brother to get out of trouble.
He don't want to answer the
That's
question.
what I'm saying.
Why
you understand what I'm telling you?
Yo,
he's trying to figure out a way for his brother to get out of jail.
You said your part. You said your part. All right, go ahead, Ken.
Here's my opinion. No, it's not snitching. Let me tell you something.
I'm halfway. He said snitching. I'm halfway. He said no.
I do not think it's snitching. Let me tell you why. Here's why I tell you we have a real serious fucking problem. The problem that we have is, so now, my man who I ride or die with, right, has lost his life between me fucking around.
You can use me.
I'm using you as an example.
This is
I'm pointing at you.
Shout out to Rel.
I'm pointing at him right now. Me and him be riding. And all you hear niggas say is when I'm locked up, is free my nigga Flip, free my nigga Flip, free my nigga. When I'm locked up and he's alive.
And I did it. When you this is real talk.
This is real talk. So I get locked up, right? We do some shit and I get locked up, right? And it's all free my nigga, free my nigga, free my nigga.
This is real.
He's telling the court system free me. We gotta come up with bail money to get me out.
And we did it.
Free my nigga, right?
We came up with bail money.
Now in the meantime, he gets murdered in the streets, right? On what? On real facts. He want me free, but now I'm locked up for something that we did, and he lost his life in some whole nother situation.
Yep.
I thought he want me free. Don't my man want me free? Why would he want to see me in jail, right? If he done lost his life, and now I'm in jail, I can put one up.
What is about what he thinks?
No. Hold on.
Watch this, girl. Watch this. I gotta answer that. I have to answer this because he's directing it to me.
If my man
And he's
want me
directing
free,
it to
right?
me.
So why does he have to lose his life, right?
It's gonna take 3
Why
seconds.
does he have to lose
And
his
it's
life?
on to you.
6 feet under.
Because
I'm
you
the rest
nigga.
of my life in jail, right? Now both our things, I can't take care of his daughter. I can't reach out to nobody, right, and help nobody because I'm behind bars too. No, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm telling you facts. Because maybe nigga, I get out of jail and I change my
But
life
let me
around.
tell you what
Instead
I'm
of
saying.
2 families, 2 black men being lost and 2 families destroyed
true.
for the life of us. But I gotta worry about snitches.
Flip.
For something that's bullshit.
Okay.
You won't let me talk. But 1,000% I would want, like, if I let me tell you, 1,000% if it was me, you know
Put that on me.
You know I want you to put it on me.
Yes.
But nigga, I never told you. You never heard it out my mouth.
So I have something to put on you. So I have
So stop. All right.
Hold that.
My turn. Yo,
Hold that.
before they start knocking on the door, let me get
Hold that.
Nah, you gotta go.
So I gotta go to jail too.
No. Listen.
Nigga.
To my point.
You applied to this motherfucking code that you didn't have to. Yes, go to jail.
So listen. All right. Now, we heard your point. Definitely, I see what you say. You signed up for it. And that's a great point. Because like you said,
It's the only point.
you subscribed to it. You signed up yourself. Like, yo,
On
I'm
dotted
signing
line.
up.
Nigga,
This is
if
the
you
life
tell
that
them
I'm
to-
choosing.
Yep.
I hear what you half-ass. You don't know what you want to do depending on the situation, whatever. And I heard your point about like, okay.
Hold up. Read it like this. Hold up.
My turn. I'm gonna get back to you.
Nah, you see
that niggas don't take weight from other niggas.
You said that.
Emery took the weight for Holmes. Emery took the weight for Holmes, nigga. Now you see paper plane hats everywhere. I'll do 10 years. You took weight for each other. And they took us to the basketball. I'll do 10 years.
Okay.
You give me 20 million. Tell on me, trash. We're just hollering, nigga. That's gangsta. Hold up. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? No. Emery Jones and tell Emery if Holmes snitched on him. If he ain't want to take that way, good now. Emery good. Damn right. Damn right, nigga. Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck that 10 years, nigga.
I don't want to yell, and I don't know why y'all are yelling, but like we trying to keep
Open forum.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah. Me and Boston would do that to pilgrims, dude.
Listen to the point. Y'all niggas, in my mind, has got to be insane to think that already we see when a murder happens, what have you, not only did the person get murdered, the person that murdered somebody, they lost their life. So like now you have two people that's pretty much have an effect on lives, right? So if you're telling me that somebody actually has an opportunity or option to change their life to not sit in the pen for 5 years, 10 years, 5 days, right? So whatever the time may be, and put it on a dead man, then rest in peace to the dead, what have you. But there's no way in the world two people should be lost in life when one's still living. So in other words, if one is gone, now you're trying to tell me the other one should be gone also? Like when they have the opportunity to, like Ken said, like if this person was able to get out, like they could actually be that second person for that family. So if that...
Nigga, don't enter the game.
Let me finish.
Don't enter the game.
Let me just finish.
The game is unforgiving. The code is unforgiving. Don't enter the game. Go ahead.
Yo, I hear your side, brother. Loud and clear. That's real.
Enter this game.
All I'm saying is...
That thought.
Okay, all I'm saying is, I think that somebody would be insane to sit up there and say, my person, my man, whatever, lost their life. So like now, I'm gonna sit up here and choose to also do the same thing on earth when I could choose not to and actually do better and create. In other words, so you're losing, like if you're locked up in the pen for life, when you could actually sit up here and be free by putting on someone's longer hair, then why would you not choose that? Because how much more can you do for not only your family, not only yourself, their family, like this.
You along to make it sound better.
No, you're right.
Bro.
All I gotta say, I'll let you say your point.
I'm just listening, but you're just making it sound better.
No, because it sounds better to you. No, because it sounds better to you means that I'm making my point. So just let me finish making my point. You saying that I'm making it sound better because it sounds better to you because I'm making my point. Let me tell you. Listen to my point. So again, there's no need for both of us to be sitting up here gone from the earth.
It never was.
Well, one's in prison for life, and the other one's on the earth. Then listen. There's no need to sit up there and like snitch on that person. That person's going to take
snitch, right? Snitch on that person. You heard what you just said?
Snitch. I did. I said snitch on that person.
I'm done.
Snitch on that person.
I'm done.
I'm done. So let's do this.
I'm done.
Let's just change him to the hood.
Hey, Trash. You can bring him to the hood.
Let's just change the word we use. Let's just change the word because you see how you so fixed on.
I make you niggas.
What about you have to testify? Right?
If you tell,
so how you gonna tell on them? How you gonna tell them what you gonna do? You're gonna have to say it. You're gonna have to say it in person, right?
I'm in the middle. I don't know.
How do you snitch?
It depends, y'all. I don't know.
you can't take no stand.
But that's not what I'm trying to say to you is then how do you snitch? When you say somebody's a snitch,
I don't know how to snitch.
I didn't. The question is, when you say somebody's a snitch, how do you know that they're snitched?
Because they told.
That's not a legal term. You're talking bullshit.
Legal?
The legal term is I didn't tell you testified in the court. That's when somebody label you a snitch. So you're just using the word snitch. You're just using the word snitch as a derogatory term to try to make motherfuckers in the street feel bad. Niggas don't go in there and say, the court documents don't say he's a snitch. The court document said he testified. I got facts of the matter. So don't come to me talking about niggas a snitch. No. Those are the ones that use it in the street.
That's a good point. So somebody can get their lives back. That's a good point.
To make it derogatory towards you.
You're spot on. But if somebody can get their lives back, just imagine. If somebody could get their lives back. If somebody could actually just imagine. If somebody could get their life back and be on the streets and actually assist and help. Because mind you, you lose lives, right?
You do too much.
Because now the person lost his life. What did he do for him to lose his life?
Nigga, go to school, get a job. You committed to this dumb shit, so stop trying to fabricate. Like if he didn't tell he died, like nigga, you wanted to do
Well,
this
I'm telling you right now.
Nigga, go to
if that
jail.
sort of happened in our life, nigga, tell on me. Like you said, I'm telling you right now. If that's the case, nigga, you gotta be free, nigga, to help my family out. Nigga, you tell them that I did it.
That's the key. He said help his family out. No. He said the key. He said help his family out. His son. That's more important than.
Listen to this.
I'm going to tell y'all.
He told me.
What's wrong with y'all that we got to
I'm going to tell now. He just told me
Right,
to.
but hold on.
We can run this tape back.
Y'all just heard what he said?
Oh, so there's gonna be a testimony.
I want this tape back
There's gonna be a
now.
testimony there. Yeah, you want to get that because he said.
Just because he told you that, that don't mean
It's a big difference.
Yo, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. Yo, we got so much.
Part 2, part 3, part 4.
Hopefully, man, next week. Yo, in fact, man.
We got some real ones in here with us tonight. You know what I'm talking
In
about?
fact, we might do one next Friday. Hopefully, these two can come back.
Ain't on no telling shit.
Yo, I want to give a shout out to my nigga Defense, Trash birthday, OP.
Hey, yo.
Here with my boys.
Nigga said OP.
Best place for you. That's what Malcolm X said. B-Town. Best place for you.
You said OP, but we the niggas on the other side of them OP niggas.
Well, rep all B-Town, man. Yo, listen. I rep OP. The whole motherfucking B-Town, nigga. You know what I mean? It ain't just over. I've been to Washington Park, nigga. I've been back. Dorchester. Yo, listen. I'm the only nigga from Connecticut that do this.
Hold on.
I'm actually from
Peace out.
What you want to
Nigga, I
say?
fuck with B-Town.
Shout out to my nigga, shout out to my mother, shout out to all my sisters, shout out to all my family that's holding it down. It's tough, we're gonna make it through it.
Yo, 7:30, Big Rouse, what up over here, baby?
Y'all know what 7:30 means, right?
Trash over there in the quarter bedtime. He over there in bedtime, yo. Yo, you heard about it, D. Those souls, holla at me.
Family, man. Oh, yeah, you dirty motherfuckers.
Yo, that means fuck the ops. Fuck all ops.
Fuck.
It's still recording today?
Yeah, it's still recording. I'm gonna let it record for a few minutes.
Money fall back, just send me the scraps and take all the risks. Niggas know I'm black, niggas know I'm crack, niggas know I'm
Let a little bit of this go. I told you once we start warming up, I'm gonna try to shut it
Niggas killed all my rappers.
Yo, defense.
down.
Niggas is.
I'm gonna stop it in the few. Like,
Yo, bro.
I wanted to leave one my joint.
Yo, let me say a freestyle one day. At the end to show these niggas who.
I'm not from back there, nigga.
You gotta let the niggas know who the best is, yo.
My man, nice.
Yo,
I'm the best.
I just want you to know.
I'm the best.
You're the best.
Watch this.
You're the best at getting up and leaving. Yo, shout out to y'all, man.
Check this out, nigga. Fuck all you niggas. Fuck all this.
Bring it to the hood.
On that note, we are